Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Addiction Solutions with Roselle. So glad that you could join me today for another episode. I'm your host, Roselle Frederick White Sr., and so glad you could join me. As I say every show, go to YouTube, to the search engine, type in Addiction Solutions with Roselle, and subscribe. Now, you can go tell your neighbor, co-workers, church members, family members, friends to do the same, because you never know who needs this information. People tell me, they say, Roselle, you're not getting a lot of viewers, not a lot of followers, not of subscribers. Why do you keep doing it? Because the God that I serve told me that this is the information people need. There are people out there that are really hurting. They don't have money to go into treatment. They don't have insurance, but just about everybody has a cell phone. And you can go to YouTube, pull up these videos, and just listen. It might not be where you're at that particular time. Nevertheless, I have a mission. I have a purpose, and this is it. I'm a recovering addict. I went through 30 of the worst years that you would ever want to imagine. And so the God I serve brought me. And it's not a religious adventure. So I don't want you to get twisted up and say, oh, this is talking about the Bible and all this. Yes, the Bible is a very, very, very important part of my life. Nevertheless, what I'm bringing you is grassroots information regarding addiction. So I've been on a journey with a 21-point manual. I'm following this up from my 10-point phase chart running through stop signs. So we're on chapter 20 of the 21-point manual, because every week you allow me to read from my notes. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read chapter 20. And here it is. Chapter 20 says, develop a thick skin. If you have made it this far, people are going to talk about you. Learn to shake off criticism and continue on your recovery process. People are people, so do not get upset. It takes courage to get this far, and it will take courage to continue. Now remember this, never forget this. People are going to talk about you if you're doing bad. They're going to talk about you if you're doing good. So, what would you rather do? Be doing good and have people talk about you, or be doing bad? We know what addiction did to our lives. Everybody was not on drugs and alcohol. Everybody did not smoke crack, shoot heroin, drop pills, do meth, crystal meth, smoke it. Everybody didn't do that. Everybody didn't go to the casino or do scratch-offs or play the lottery. Everybody did not have sex as an addicted individual. What people did is they had some form of addiction that caused interruptions in their life. Addiction is a guidepost for disrupting feelings or making your feelings better or worse. Now, this is where a lot of addicted people get confused. They say, nothing's going wrong in my life, so why can't I do what I was doing? Well, think back before you got here, before this addiction took over your life. You were doing good then. So how did you get where you are now, where you are in serious trouble? Because it doesn't happen overnight. My addiction caught up with me maybe 5 years down the road. So that means I had 5 years of some joy. Let me explain something to you right now. I loved getting high. I'm gonna say it again for the cheap seats. I loved getting high. Now, at the end, I hated it. Now, how could I go from love to hate in a lifespan? All I have to do is look at what it did to my life. When I finally got clean, there was no one. I had lost 2 wives. I lost all my children. I lost every job I ever had. I was down to about 110, 15 pounds. I was wearing little boy clothes. Yeah, little red pants. Run over Stacy Adams gym shoes. a little red t-shirt saying duck off with a duck on it. That's where it took me. But at one point, oh baby, at one point, Roselle had the Longines, 2 diamonds, cashmeres, Knox 20s, Gators, suits. Where did it go? Pawn shop, lost. I said all of that to say this. Where I'm at now is unbelievable. And this is not about material things. And this is not about financial prosperity. This is not this kind of message. This message is peace of mind. Yes, I have a roof over my head. You do not know how grateful I am. I have food on my table. You do not know how grateful I am. I remember wanting a sandwich so bad but I couldn't get it because I'd have been short with the dope man. I remember wanting to pop so bad. I'm from Detroit, so I wanted a Faygo. But I had to get a beer or a wine. See, if you don't remember where you were, chances are you can go back there. And none of us wants that. If your addiction was like mine, I definitely don't want to go back there. So, all I'm trying to say is, don't worry about what people say. Worry about what you're doing. That's all that really matters. If you're on the right track, they're going to talk. Because if you're on the wrong track, they're going to talk too. But it's best to be on the right track because you're going to see signs that you're on the right track. Because the further you go, the more they chatter. Let them chatter. They chattered before when you was dragging your behind around, with that addiction, lugging that addiction, whatever it was, you were pulling it. They were laughing and talking then, so let them laugh and talk now. They don't know what's going on in your life. Only one person knows. And only one person cares. That's the person that brought me here. So anyway, I'm going to end it there. Didn't mean to get real emotional, but I'm an emotional individual. But I've enjoyed this show. Come back next week. We're going to talk about the last phase of the continuation manual. And stay blessed. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.